Yo, what's good, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the Utah Jazz MyGM series. And in today's episode, we have the trade deadline. And listen, I'm not going to sugarcoat it. There's probably the biggest trade in NBA history, the trade deadline. And I know last trade deadline was fucking crazy and a little unrealistic. But listen, we got Ben Simmons being the MVP at this point. This series is unrealistic. It could happen, but probably very low chances. But the Mavericks, right, struggling significantly, 20-35, bottom of the conference. So Luka Doncic wanted out. He was sick of it. They didn't make the playoffs after they got Kyrie. They made it last year, but they lost pretty early. So he said, all right, trade me. And I want to go to a place that has the assets and still be able to contend. And that place was OKC. Let's get past all these trades. This was the biggest trade probably in NBA history, because we're trading arguably the best player in the league. So we're trading the Mavericks are trading Luka Doncic to the Thunder, Doug McDermott to the Thunder, and Ty Jerome to the Thunder. The Thunder are receiving Josh Giddey, Byron Tate, who was a second overall pick in the draft. He's an unbelievable player. Or the Thunder are trading those people. Hold on, let me just bring it up on my phone because I have the. Damn, I'm fumbling my words. I have the full report from Adrian Wojnarowski. Let me put it up on the screen right now for you guys. The Oklahoma City Thunder are receiving Luka Doncic, Ty Jerome, Doug McDermott. The Milwaukee Bucks are receiving Kawhi Leonard, which adds another player for them to, hopefully get Giannis to stay, because they just traded for Zach LaVine as well. The Mavericks are receiving Josh Giddey, Terry Rozier, Byron Tate, Gordon Hayward, who isn't pictured because, he's kind of irrelevant. Byron Tate's second overall pick in the draft. Defensive ceiling is almost as high as anybody we've ever seen. 2025 unprotected first round pick from the Clippers, which are a playoff team, so it's not that valuable. 2026 first round pick from the Clippers unprotected, which could be good next year. 2026 Houston unprotected pick, which we'll see might be all right. And then 2028 Milwaukee Bucks could be very, very valuable. And then if we go to the second trade that the Mavericks made, they traded Jimmy Butler. They traded Jimmy Butler and Luke Kennard to the Nuggets. And then they received Michael Porter Jr., who is a young guy. He's 25, 26. Zeke Naji, he's kind of just a filler. They got a second-round pick from Charlotte, a 28 first-round pick from the Nuggets, and a 29 first-round pick from the Nuggets. So they offload him, and then another guy they traded, Kristaps Porzingis, for Draymond Green, who is making $30 million a year. Probably won't play for him. But the reason they took on that big contract and traded a superstar or a star is they received a 2025 first-round pick swap with the Nets and Rockets. So let's say, the Nets had the worst record, which they do, and they have the worst record in the league, I believe. That means you're going to have a pretty high odds at getting the first overall pick in this next draft, which is very valuable, and $900,000. And then the next biggest trade, Karl Anthony Towns. The Timberwolves are having a terrible season. They need to blow it up. They messed up in the Gobert trade, so they traded Karl Anthony Towns, Svi Mykhailiuk, Frank Ntilikina, Alize Johnson to the Wizards for Thomas Bryant, Grant Williams, Mo Bamba, Trey Lyles, 2 first-round picks, both unprotected. 2025 is the Suns' pick. 2026 is the Wizards' pick. Then they trade Rudy Gobert and Stanley Johnson to the Pelicans for CJ McCollum and Karis LeVert. Timberwolves then waive CJ McCollum, so he's not playing second for them. And yeah, those are basically the big trades. Now let's just get around to the teams around the league who made, moves to get better. Nuggets, Murray, Christian Brown, Jimmy Butler, Aaron Gordon, Vucevic, DeRozan, Kennard, and of course their superstar Nikola Jokic. Then the Rockets really got sneakily better. Kevin Porter Jr., Jalen Green, Miles Bridges, Kristaps Porzingis, Garuba, Jabari Smith, Tari Eason, Bruce Brown, Asar Thompson, and Alpern Sengun, who is going to be back very soon for them. Grizzlies didn't make a move, stayed put. Warriors also didn't make a move, stayed put. Lakers stayed put. Clippers, they acquired Vassell, who's an all-star, but that was not at the trade deadline. The Suns got a lot better. They pick up another competent starter in AJ Griffin. They get Mo Bamba, Cam Thomas off the bench, who was barely playing for the Nets, and also Leonard Miller, same thing. Pelicans, they acquire Rudy Gobert, so they get a rim protector and a real center next to Zion Williamson. Blazers, nothing. Kings, nothing. Thunder, like I said, they got Luka Doncic. They got Herb Jones, too, which is unbelievable. Zubats as well, Keontae George, and Ayo Dosunmu. So this team, their record is not great right now. They are, I believe, 7 games under 500. They 24-31, but this team could go on a run, and they could really make a shot at a championship. But the thing I fear with the Thunder team is we might have to play them in the first round, which I don't want that to happen. Spurs stayed put. Maybe they would have traded, Keldon or DeJounte or Lowry, but they decided to stay put. Timberwolves, like I said, they blew it up, man. They are committed to the full rebuild, and we have their pick, so it's good for this year. And then Mavericks blew it up as well, but they acquired young talent. I mean, Josh Giddey, MPJ, Keegan Murray, Byron Tate. I mean, this could be a good team in a few years. They have a multitude of draft picks as well. Then if we go to the East, Cavs didn't do anything, but they didn't need to. Knicks also didn't do anything. Pacers, nada. Celtics, nada. Wizards, they're having a surprise season. They acquired Karl-Anthony Towns, who could be very good for them. Sixers, nothing. Raptors, nothing. They just need to stay healthy, and they will be, a contender as well. The East is stacked. Bucks, like I said, acquired Kawhi Leonard, Zach LaVine, Giannis. The bench is bad, but they have the top end talent. Arguably the best player in the league in Giannis. Magic didn't do anything either, but they have a pretty good team, and we'll be playing them soon. Pistons stayed put. They're having a kind of disappointing season. Hornets surprisingly have 22 wins already, and they're just continuing to stick to the rebuild. The Bulls traded LaVine for Drew Holiday. They've kind of given up. Hawks, they got rid of AJ Griffin, and Trae Young might be gone soon, along with Paul George, who might retire soon because he's declining rapidly. The Nets, like I said, terrible team. Got some talent, though, and some picks. Got some young guys, too. Ronaldo Paulista was the 8th pick in the draft this year, so good for them. And then the Heat didn't do anything as well. But yeah, that's a good look around the league. That's really what the trade deadline is, man. It was not as long as last year, but teams still made trades, and the team that was on our schedule is the Thunder. So we're gonna be playing them in the next episode, and it's gonna be a good game, and we could potentially see this team in the first round, which is scary. You look at them; they look better than us. So we'll see. Let's look at the transaction report. Just little trades here and there. Suns got really good. But yeah, that'll basically be it. This is a short video, but it doesn't need to be super long. So yeah, that is it, and I will see you guys next time. Peace.